How to start a Shylock business in Kenya. Maybe you must have found yourself in a situation where you urgently needed money in the form of a loan. At that moment, you could not go to your bank because maybe you have an existing loan, had defaulted on a loan, and on an extreme case, had been listed on CRB. Having been listed on CRB meant that you could also not contact any other financial institution, leave alone your bank, for any loan. Mobile lenders and apps could also not assist because you are still listed on CRB. That is a situation most Kenyans find themselves in when they need loans. Interestingly, the only way you can overcome this financial need is to have someone willing to lend you money without considering your credit history. Because let's face it, if no financial institution is willing to lend you money in Kenya, who can? Of course, a Shylock. You will, however, need collateral like maybe your TV, fridge, or microwave, anything that has monetary value to get these loans. This is what is called private lending business. This business has thrived in Kenya that it is now among the most profitable businesses in Kenya. If you have a large sum of money lying in your bank as deposits, you can start a private lending business and gain interest from it. How to start a private lending business in Kenya. Location. The most pressing financial needs which may require the intervention of private lenders are not back at the rural areas but in urban areas. Your private lending business will thrive better in the city or an urban setting than the rural areas. Private lending business requirements. Here comes things that are mandatory for success in the private lending business. Identify the need for private lending. Don't just go ahead lending money to people who might as well not have needed your intervention. This is business and you need to first identify an exploitable gap. People will always have financial needs anyway. Register your business. You will need to register your micro-lending company with the appropriate agency. You will also need to obtain all the necessary licenses and permits. And most importantly, you must fulfill legal obligations required by your county government to avoid falling into problems. Draft contract forms. Signed contracts are very recognizable by the law. You only need the person you are lending money to sign a contract form and you can sue them in a court of law in case of anything, which rarely happens if you have collateral, and you will still be safe, not unless it is found out that you forged a document for fraud. Do not forge signatures. Let your clients sign the contract forms themselves. Contract forms are the only thing that makes the agreement between you and the borrower binding and legal.